on this beautiful journey called life. First off, I want to thank my dear friend, my beloved friend from Lethbridge, for a very touching, uplifting, motivating, empowering review that she left me on Apple Podcast. It was incredible to receive these very kind words, and I felt so appreciated and loved, and the timing was just perfect too. I woke up that morning and just took care of my household and everything and didn't think of anything special, and then I opened up my internet, my phone, and I see this beautiful message of hers jumping out of the screen and touching my heart so deeply. So, thank you so much for this special gift. I will leave the link in the show notes for you to leave a review if you haven't already. And you can also donate a couple coffees if you enjoy what I share with you. If you get value out of this. This is a free podcast without any advertisement or sponsors, and I sure hope I can keep it that way, but it also has to be sustainable. So if you want to buy me a couple coffees and know that this money will be reinvested into my podcast or invested into my retreat, my coaching retreat, where you can come and visit me someday soon, then it would be much appreciated. All right, enough of my blah blah here at the beginning of the episode. Let's jump into the juicy parts of the conversation. Today, I want to talk about expectations. Some of you know that I've gone through a couple very rough weeks here. And what I learned is what I want to share with you here. Everything what I share here is my opinion, my view, my experiences, my learnings. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. So if you feel you're struggling with mental health issues, then I would warmly encourage you to see a professional. And if you don't know where to go, we can find out together where we can find a therapist for you that is a good fit, a good match. I'm not going to let you down, but I want to add this little disclaimer that I'm not a therapist. Expectations can be crippling for the person who has the expectations, and crippling for the receiver, for the person that we expect things from. And what I've learned over the last couple weeks and months, when I was forced to look at essential, to see what is really important in my life, and to focus on these things on a daily basis, and to just go from day to day and not plan too much ahead, is that I dropped all kinds of expectations towards myself and others. My heart was basically split open because I was in so much pain and so much worry, but at the same time, so much love and forgiveness happened. It is not a secret that I had a very difficult relationship with my dad up until recent years. And now that he's gone through a health scare, I was radically thrown into deep love and deep forgiveness. And I'm so, so excited and grateful to be reunited with him in the next couple days when I fly over to Germany. And all the little expectations that I had towards myself, all the to-do lists, all the stuff that I thought I needed to keep me going, suddenly were stripped apart from me. Or put it differently, I chose to not engage in these kind of thought patterns anymore. And it was as if a big weight and huge tension was taken out of my system and being dissolved. And I think it's a very, very interesting phenomenon that we can observe, that when something happens that shifts our perspective, that sucks us out of our daily routine, we get a different perspective onto our life, and we realize that we were kind of in a rut, in an autopilot mode, and didn't really pay attention to the essential things in life anymore. We get so caught up in the mundane and forget what it is to be loving and vulnerable. And I know vulnerable, that term is being so overused in recent years, and oh, we need to be soft and kind and open. I think we got that message, all of us. But what I want to put an emphasis today is to be courageous and to let go and to open up again. And vulnerability will be a consequence, a natural consequence, because when you realize that you have taken your partner, for instance, for granted for the last couple of years, for the last couple of decade, or maybe you've only been together recently for a couple months, you are in a very humbling place. And I think what I want to get across today is that, can we please not wait until our loved ones, our dear friend, are involved into an accident or struggle with health issues? Like, can we realize it before, and without creating drama, take a break and reflect about everything we have with the other person, everything we share, everything we cherish, and to then share these feelings and thoughts with our loved ones. I find it incredible how, and I'm one of them too, right? That something very bad has to happen first before I forgive my dad fully. Something super dramatic has to happen to my boyfriend before I realize how good of a man he is to me and what special person he is to so many people in his life. And this is why in last episode I wanted to emphasize on the importance of taking a break and sitting in silence and reflecting and thinking. Because thinking is not only going to give you a huge advantage over your competitors, but it is also going to deepen your relationships with the people you deeply care about. Because you will sit there in silence in kind of a bubble, a vacuum that you create, and you will go over all your relationships and notice how present they are with you. Notice how they want to stay connected with you. Notice how they engage in acts of services to help you and to make you feel seen and heard and supported. And when we do that, I think we can also drastically reduce our sense of loneliness. And when we then go out there again and send this loving, kind message that comes out of the blue for the other person, we can create incredibly strong bonds. So I invite you over the next couple days, over the next week, to sit down once in a while and to go through all the interactions that you enjoyed during the week over the last couple of days, and to really soak in that beautiful connection. Maybe it was just a little smile. Maybe it was somebody opening the door for you. Maybe it was somebody carrying a heavy bag. Maybe it was somebody that you helped out and they expressed gratitude. Maybe it was your partner leaving a little note. Maybe it was a friend who sent you a message to just check in. Maybe it was your mother who baked you a cake. Maybe it was your dad who helped you connect to a professional that could then help you out with job stuff. To sit down and to reflect about positive interactions that you enjoyed over the last couple of days is totally heart filling. And to then go out and give back is gonna make you feel strongly connected. And we need that for our health, not only our mental and emotional health, but also our physical health. The biggest unseen, so to say, transparent pandemic that is rushing, how do you say that in English? That is among us human beings right now is loneliness. And I want to do everything in my power to make you aware on where you allow loneliness to be a thing and where you could put in a little bit more focus and emphasis and effort to feel less lonely, to sit alone and to reflect, to drop expectations towards yourself without losing ambition and focus and dreams, right? But expectations are always, I feel, negative, aggressive. You make people feel you put pressure onto people, actually, and you put pressure onto yourself when you have attachments to a certain outcome and you don't allow magic to happen. You don't trust. It doesn't mean that you can't ask something from someone and ask something from yourself. But I hope I can get my point across here. To have an expectation and to cling onto it with all you have can sometimes make people crumble, run away, shut down. And same goes for yourself. If your expectations are too unrealistic, you will punish yourself for the days that you didn't make steps towards your expectation. Or when things go differently, you will feel thrown off. So this is also an invitation for you to stay open for magic and to trust and to know that if you stay focused, if you are consistent, things will fall into place. This is, by the way, my ongoing mantra before I go to bed and when I get up in the morning, is the simple sentence, everything is going to fall into place. Everything is going to fall into place. And if you have this little mantra that you can repeat, that you can use to remind yourself that there is 1,000 paths to get to your goal, not just that one that you're clinging on to. There's so many more paths to get to where you want to get. And if you shut yourself down to possibilities, opportunities, you might very well miss that goal because you're shutting yourself off and out to new paths. And sometimes when we invite people in, when we share our ideas and dreams with people, we can even engage in little shortcuts. That's the beauty of connection, that we don't have to do it alone. We can ask for help. We can engage in a couple weeks of coaching to shift our perspective and to acquire tools that will get us to our goals with less effort. So, over the next couple days, reflect about all the little interactions that you enjoyed that were positive, and really recall that situation. Have the person in front of you receive what they had to share with you. And after your little break, your little silent time, your me time, go out there and see how beautiful the world is and how loving and kind and giving you can be, because now that you've reflected on how much you have received, it is so much easier to give and to connect and to trust and to lower expectations and to know that your desires, your wishes are being heard. Yeah, I think that was it for today. I'm wishing you a good rest of your day. If there's any episode requests that you would like to send me out, please don't hold back. And yeah, take really good care of yourself. I care about you.